They said you were disappearing. They said you were going ghost. They said you were acting distant, that you fallen off. But what they didn't see was the version of you being rebuilt in silence. Sometimes you don't tune out because you're lost. You tune out because you're about to level up. And I mean, leveling up all the way to the max. My dear listeners, welcome. Welcome and thank you for tuning in. This is Psychological, the number one place, the number one podcast for those who were never meant to fit in. Oh yeah, they tried. But they got to realize that they were born to see through it. And I mean to see through it all. I am the common denominator, your very own host. And today we're going to be talking about intentionally pulling back, intentionally stepping back into the shadows, if you may call it, into the real version of yourself, into the silence. I mean, stepping back to the point of rebooting your entire system. Especially when the world keeps pulling your signal in 1,000 different directions. You see, we live in a world where presence is now measured in pixels. If you're not posting, if you're not replying, if you're not sharing, streaming, then you must be off. You must have fell off. But when did being on 24/7 become the baseline? Let's be honest. When did we agree that rest equals laziness? That being unreachable equals being unreliable? There is a difference between going missing and going inward. You're not broken for needing time away, for needing time to yourself. You're not unstable for craving peace. You're not selfish for not replying to every vibration from your pocket. You're protecting your mental frequency, your mental space. Because here's the truth. You can't receive your own thoughts when you're tuned into everyone else's. You're tuned into everyone else's noise. How can you really be in sync and receive your own thoughts, the higher thought, as clearly as you ought to? So now let's flip it. Tuning out isn't retreat. It's alignment. It's you putting the world on mute so you can hear your own signal again. You log off. You turn off the device and start listening. You stop replying and start reflecting. You disconnect from timelines and reconnect with your own rhythm. I mean, think about it. Some of your deepest clarity came to you when you were in silence. It didn't come to you in conversation. It came in isolation, in stillness, in the space where no one was really watching and you weren't performing. Tuning out is indeed a sacred practice, especially in a culture that's obsessed with productivity. Because no one tells you this. You are allowed to take a break. You are allowed to pause, to not answer, to log off, to go within yourself, even without explanation. You don't owe constant access to anyone. Let's talk about boundaries. Not the social media kind, not the Instagram kind, not the cute quotes. I'm talking real boundaries. The kind that make people uncomfortable because they were benefiting from your constant availability. The kind that make you feel guilty at first because the world told you that silence equals rejection. But silence isn't rejection. It's restoration. You're not meant to absorb everyone's trauma, to hold every call, to validate every insecurity that's not yours to carry. Tuning out is saying, I'm not a faucet for your emotional convenience. I'm not a channel for constant downloads. I'm not a battery to be drained by expectations of people who don't even know the real me. And when you unplug from all of that, you start to remember who the hell you really are. So let's reframe all of this. Tuning out isn't falling off. It's falling into your own mind, your own truth, your own stillness. Stop waiting for permission to disappear for a while. Stop apologizing for needing quiet to heal. You're not missing. You're processing. You're not detached. You're discerning. This week, evaluate. Really evaluate. This week, pull back. Put the phone down. Let the world miss you while you meet yourself again. Because clarity is not found in more connection. It's found in aligned disconnection. I am the common denominator. And my dear listeners, this was Psychological. Next time, we're going to be hitting a very, very interesting topic. CTRL plus out plus delete. And we're going to be talking about what it really means to reboot your entire system. So please stay tuned. When you realize that you were programmed, and when you realize that the program no longer serves you, you recognize that you have to program yourself to be able to live the reality that you so desire. We're going to talk about that some more in the next drop. Please, until then, stay in your peace, stay going deep, and remember, you don't have to explain your absence to people who never noticed your presence.